just throwing on a pair of flip-flops and running to the store. We can't be having the, the little toes all out and doing the moonwalk. Hello YouTube and welcome to Mrs. Koi Style. My name is Koana. Thank you for joining me over here on my channel where I talk about my style, your style, everyone else's style and lifestyle. And every once in a while I sprinkle in a little bit of luxury. I'm not doing that today. I am talking about the affordable shoes that I am going to be wearing all spring and summer because I'm not only about affordability today, I'm also about comfort. I'm going for this easy breezy kind of relaxed but put together look all summer long. I'm thinking about like nice tailored shorts and blazers or like a pretty blouse similar to what I'm wearing today. Again with a nice tailored short, skirt or mini skirt, and I'm going to be rocking that with shoes kind of like these. These really cute black patent leather loafers. They're giving vibes of a more designer shoe, if you know what I'm talking about. Just a classic loafer, easy to go on your foot. I like the rounded toe because it gives the illusion that your foot is just slightly smaller. This patent leather just gives it a little bit more shine and sheen and just oomph. And when I put these shoes on, I just feel like, cuffing up my pant just one time or two times and doing the moonwalk. If you get the reference, let me know in the comments. Next, as we all know, ballerina style shoes are trending. What I like about these shoes in particular is the fact that the toe isn't necessarily pointed. It's more squared off like an actual ballerina shoe. I think that these are super cute and comfortable. The strap here across the foot comes up a little bit higher, so it looks like it's coming like right to the front of the ankle, if that makes any sense. Super cute. I think that these would look really, really good with like a nice flowy maxi dress, or again, my short tailored suits. Let me know what you think of those in the comments. Then I have another pair of loafers in this kind of bone, maybe ecru beige color. These used to be really, really hot and heavy back a few years ago, but a shoe like this, because it is a traditional loafer, never dates. It never goes out of style. You will actually have these shoes and be able to wear them like forever. I like these because I kind of prefer gold hardware, if I'm keeping it very honest, and I like this gold detail over the front. As you know, these resemble a designer shoe that was very, very hot and heavy, as I said a few years ago, but many brands make them in affordable styles, or make this style for affordable prices, and I will link as many of them as I could find, but these are absolute classics. Another reason why I don't think that, well, a reason that I don't really invest a lot of money in flat shoes is I've always come from this mindset that if I'm gonna bust down like $1,000 or a few $100s for a shoe, I typically want it to be something with a heel, or I'd like for it to be a boot. That's just my mentality. And I've always had this sense that a heel is just more elegant, that is just far more stylish. And I'm the girl that would throw on a pair of heels with a pair of jeans and would think nothing about it. I just like the sleekness, the appeal of it, the everything about it. Okay, folks, I had to switch my camera because the SD card died, but let's just move on. So as I believe I was saying, I am in the era of comfort, but not just throwing on a pair of flip-flops and running to the store. I want to be comfortable in a pair of flat shoes, but a stylish pair of flat shoes, and just keep it on and going. So that's what I have been doing, and those are the shoes that I'm sharing. So let's continue. So next, I wanted to share these square toe Mary Jane sort of style shoes that have these two buckles going across the front. Just adds a little bit of something different. These shoes are also putting me in the mind of another designer shoe. If you know, you know. But also what I thoroughly appreciate about these shoes is that they have the Slingback. And I think that a slingback just adds always a little something something to a shoe, and it's perfect for transitioning from the cooler months to the warmer months, because perhaps you want to put some of your foot out but not like all of the toes and stuff. And in all honesty, I'm looking for shoes that I can wear from the work week into the weekend. And at my gig, at my job, we can't really wear open toe shoes. We can't wear sandals. We can't wear thongs. We can't be having the, you know, the little toes all out at work. So these shoe styles that I'm showing you, none of them will really feature that, because it's just not something that I'm able to wear right now. But I'm still sticking with my comfort and my style. Let's get into the next ones. Next, I'm just going to share my low profile sneakers. That's what you call this style of shoe that has a like a smaller or a thinner sole, low profile. These are really popular right now. Adidas makes a pair, Puma makes a pair, like most of the brands right now are doing this low profile thing. The chunkier sneakers out of style. We talk about style here, but if you want to wear chunky sneakers and that is your style, then that's perfectly fine. It doesn't go out of style over here. But these low profile sneakers, I think, are really cool. I love that they can be worn with a suit. I'll go ahead and pop up a picture of me styling them just that way a couple of weeks ago. I think they'll look really cute with a mini skirt, a short little denim skirt. I think there's just so much versatility. And I will say that a shoe staple for the spring and summer has got to be, always got to be, a white sneaker for everybody. Everybody. Yes, I said it. Write it down. Take a picture. Get yourself a pair of white sneakers for the spring summer season. Next, an inspired shoe, because again, we're doing some trends. The Ballerina Flat is trending. I'm certainly not going to go and spend $1,000 on a pair of Chanel Ballerina Flats. Well, not today. Not today, but Chanel does have a sale. Often Chanel shoes go on sale even at Saks Fifth Avenue. So maybe at that point, if I feel like I'm really feeling the vibe of a flat shoe, I would get them. But I have worn these a couple of times. I like the stark contrast between the white and the black, and I just feel like they're just super comfortable. I wear these with like any kind of a skirt or dress that I'm wearing to work, and I really think they're comfortable. So I don't know necessarily how I feel about the bow, but they weren't very expensive, so they are certainly serving the purpose. But I like a shoe that has that contrast color, like a different color in the cap and then the rest of the shoe is different. It just gives a bit of interest, and a style like that is a forever ever classic. So speaking of that style, I also have another pair in this Slingback version. This is more of like a tweed or fabric kind of material with the leather cap, square toe, and again the Slingback and this block heel. I just feel like a style like this is super elegant and again, timeless. I have a pair of Chanel shoes in the same color, and but they do not have a slingback. I find that a slingback is super comfortable, and I love the idea with this block heel of just throwing these on with a pair of jeans. Again, cuffed up, not necessarily doing the moonwalk, but showing that contradictory style between wearing something rugged and cool like a pair of denim and a Chanel inspired shoe. So I absolutely love those, and I can't wait to start busting out with my end of spring summer looks and those shoes. We got about 3 more pair, so let's get into it. Yeah, block heel and kitten heels. I know that so many are against kitten heels. They just say you either gonna wear the heel or you're not. I don't mind a kitten heel because of my height. If I'm wearing a kitten heel shoe, it allows me to give that effect of just the point sticking out from under. It gives me just that flow that I like in a shoe. It's kind of hard for me to describe it, so perhaps I'll pop up a picture somewhere of the look that I'm going for. But the kitten heel certainly allows me to achieve that. And so I think that these shoes are absolute perfection. You got the pointed toe, you have the absolute beautiful red, and you have the sling back to let your heel out a little bit, so it just gives more comfort and style. I'm kind of envisioning wearing these with some of the season's hottest colors, like butter yellow, or even like the blue color that I'm wearing now. I think that those are really, really fly. Then before I get into the last pair of sort of kitten heels, I wanted to talk about these mesh woven shoes. I think that Miu Miu does something like this. Alaya does something like this. As I mentioned before, I don't really wear my toes out ever, but certainly not allowed to do so for work. So I think that these shoes and this comfortable material allows for my feet to actually breathe, but also be covered. And I love the color of these. I feel like this color you can throw on with absolutely anything. And again, these would fit, oh my, bang, bang. I think that these would fit into my summer wardrobe just absolutely seamlessly. So let's now do the very, very last pair. Lastly, we have another kitten heel style in this beautiful, beautiful, I want to say eggshell blue. But in what world would an eggshell be blue? So should I say pastel blue, but also in like another patent kind of material? I think these to me give very, very April season kind of Easter, if you know what I mean. They have this, I want to say slightly above a kitten heel, but yeah, okay, let's just not front. It's a kitten heel, and then this square back, very, very stylish. And the sling back with the little elastic over here on the side, so that can just aid in slightly more comfort. But again, that pointed toe is just such the vibe. I think that these could be worn and styled with so many things, not just my style, but the color palette that I'm going for this year. I think that was 10 pair of shoes. I am getting, trying to get myself together now. I am doing everything I can to prepare for the summer and the spring, getting the house together, all of the things together. How are you preparing for spring? What's your spring? What I'm talking about preparing for spring. Spring is almost over. But you know, the thing about it is, I live in New York. And so honestly, keeping it very, very real, spring doesn't really spring for us. We kind of go into summer, and we don't hit that until around June. So that's why I might be a little bit late on it. But it's better late than never, and never late is even better. Anyway, I'm all in for this. I'm sorry about the color and the cutoff and the switching of the camera. I hope that you were able to sit through this. And if you were, please know that everything I've shared in this video and every one of my videos is me to a C. I thank you so, so very much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Always check the description box. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.